Why India is a space power, the ISRO story. Have you ever heard a story so unbelievable it feels like fiction, but every word of it is true? Let me take you on one such journey, the story of how a young, developing nation rose from humble beginnings to become one of the greatest space powers the world has ever known. This is the story of India. This is the story of ISRO, the Indian Space Research Organization. Imagine this. It's the early 1960s. India is just emerging from centuries of colonial rule. The economy is fragile. The nation is rebuilding. Resources are scarce. Technology, almost non existent. And yet, there's a spark, a vision. One man, Dr. Vikram Sarabhai, dared to dream that space technology, something then limited to superpowers, could transform the lives of ordinary Indians. While others looked to space for military dominance or prestige, India looked to space for food security, weather prediction, education, and equality. For us, space was not about conquest. It was about connection. The first rocket launch in India didn't happen from a fancy facility. It happened from a churchyard in Thumba, Kerala. The Launch Control Center was in a room no bigger than a classroom. Rocket parts were transported on bicycles. Payloads were moved on Bullock carts. There were no billion-dollar budgets, no high-tech labs, just pure willpower, brilliant minds, and an unshakable belief that India could and would reach for the stars. Fast forward a few years. In 1975, India launched Aryabhata, its very first satellite. It was a moment of national pride, but it was only the beginning. Through the 1980s and 90s, ISRO steadily developed its capabilities. Satellite systems like INSAT and IRS changed the game. Suddenly, remote villages had access to education via satellite TV. Farmers could receive weather data to protect their crops. Relief teams could monitor floods and droughts in real time. India was using space not to compete, but to uplift. But then came the turning point. In 2008, India launched Chandrayaan-1, its first mission to the moon. It wasn't just a success, it made history. Chandrayaan-1 discovered water molecules on the lunar surface. Yes, India, a country once written off as too poor for space, had just made one of the most significant lunar discoveries of the century. Then came 2014, the mission that stunned the world. Mangalyaan, India's Mars orbiter. No country had ever reached Mars on its first attempt. But India did. And while others spent over $1 billion, India pulled it off with just $74 million, less than the cost of the movie Gravity. This wasn't just a technical achievement, it was a declaration. India had arrived in the elite club of spacefaring nations, but in its own unique way, efficient, precise, and purpose-driven. And that's the essence of ISRO: quiet excellence, dignified determination. While others dominate headlines, ISRO dominates results. Today, India launches satellites for over 30 countries. It's known for reliable, affordable, and accurate launch services, earning it the nickname the Uber of space. But ISRO is not stopping. Not now. Not ever. In 2023, India once again stunned the world with Chandrayaan-3, successfully landing near the moon's south pole, a feat no other nation had achieved. And coming next is Gaganyaan, India's first human spaceflight mission. Yes, Indian astronauts will soon launch from Indian soil into Earth's orbit, a dream decades in the making. Beyond that, plans are underway for India's own space station. Collaborations with NASA, JAXA, and private Indian startups are reshaping the future of space exploration. ISRO is helping map asteroids, observe climate change, and prepare for interplanetary travel. The sky is no longer the limit. But let's not forget, ISRO is not just about rockets and satellites. It is about purpose. It's about using space to solve problems on Earth. It's about inspiring every Indian child to dream beyond boundaries. It's about proving that you don't need billions of dollars to change the world. You need vision, integrity, and courage. So yes, India is a space power, but not because of ego or exhibition, because of impact, because of innovation, because of intention. From a small church in Kerala to the surface of the moon, this is not just ISRO's journey. This is India's journey, and it is far from over.